Okay, can you guys see my screen now? Okay, thank you. Now for the last pre-orientation, final countdown towards Korea Youth Summit 2026. First, before we start with today's presentation, let me introduce myself. My name is Catherine Andrea, or you can call me Dea for short. I am one of the event team from Youth Break the Boundaries, and today I'm going to do the presentation for the last presentation for Korea Youth Summit 2026. Okay, for today's presentation, we will be discussing five main things. First, we will be discussing about the rundown of the summit, and then I'm going to tell you guys about the airport system information, and then about the participant essential, and then group presentation rules, and then I will also inform you guys about the awarding night. Now, for the rundown for the Korea Youth Summit 2026, I will explain all the itinerary necessary for all the day of the Korea Youth Summit from February 2nd until February 5th. So, for the first day on February 2nd, of course, we will start with the airport pickup service. We will start the airport assistant at 10 o'clock until 18:30, and the details about this pickup service I will explain to you in the next slide. And of course, after the airport pickup service, from 15 from 3 p.m. until 5 p.m. We will do the hotel check-in and we will check in you guys. And then from 6 p.m. until 7 p.m. we will begin the dinner distribution. And from 7 p.m. until 8 p.m. we will begin the official opening for Korea Youth Summit 2026, where you guys can finally meet your other delegates that are in your group to discuss about the project that you guys will be presenting in day 3, and of course receive additional mentoring. And for the day 2 on February 3rd, we will be all day we will be exploring the city of Korea. So the day will start at 6:30. From 8 we will be doing breakfast, and at 8:30 until 9 we will be getting ready for the city tour, and at 9 sharp we will be heading to the Korea University for the university visit. And another reminder, because we will be heading to Korea University at exactly 9 a.m., so you guys need to at least be ready at 8:45. And after the Korea University visit from 10 to 12 p.m., we will be then having lunch for an hour, and then at 1:30 for until 2 p.m. we will be heading to Bukchon Hanok Village, and we will be exploring Bukchon Hanok Village for about 45 minutes from 2 p.m. until 2:45, and then after that we will be heading straight to Myeongdong for exploring and also for dinner for around 2 hours and 45 minutes from 3:15 p.m. until 6 p.m. And then after 6 p.m. we'll be heading back to the hotel. And of course, for day 3, for the most important day of the summit, we will begin the day again at 6:30 until 8 for breakfast, and then at 8 until 9 a.m. we will begin the registration and the opening for the International Symposium. And the speaker panel session 1 and session 2 will start at 9:15 until 11:45. And after that, you guys will be having lunch for about an hour and 15 minutes. And after lunch, we will start it immediately on the group project presentation for about 2 hours and 25 minutes. And after group project presentation, you guys will have a little bit of free time for about 20 minutes where you guys can change costume or prepare for you guys' performance if you guys are performing. And then we will start the awarding and performance night at 6:05 until 17:40. And that's all for day 3 rundown. And for day 4, we will be starting the day at 9 a.m. We'll be handing you guys the certificate, and after that we will be checking out of the hotel. And then for all of you guys that already fill in the form, the airport assistant form for the airport service drop off, you guys will be assisted and will be dropped off in the airport from 11 a.m. until 12 p.m. And that's all about the rundown of the Korea Youth Summit 2026. And now I'm going to explain you guys about the airport assistant. Now for the schedule of the airport assistant, for the arrival pickup, we will only provide you guys with the pickup service on February 2nd at Incheon International Airport. And for the departure, for the departure drop off, we will be only providing you guys with the airport service on February 5th at Incheon International Airport. So outside of these dates, outside of this mentioned schedule, unfortunately, there will be no airport assistant for you guys. So please keep that in mind. And there's additional notes starting from, I think, beginning of at the beginning of 2025, for all the foreigners that are going to enter South Korea, you guys have to apply for an e-arrival card 3 days before you guys depart to Korea. So please keep this in mind, and please apply for this e-arrival card. It applies to all of you delegates. So please apply for this e-arrival card at this website at www.e/arrivalcard.go.kr. And if you guys have some difficulties on filling out the form for the e-arrival card, you guys can watch this step by step on YouTube that also will be provided in the website of the arrival card for the e-arrival card. And I will also give you guys the link of the website and of the step-by-step guide on the official group of the Korea Youth Summit 2026. Okay, now for detail of the arrival airport assistant for the pickup. These are the names that already fill out the airport assistant form, and their arrival information are aligned with our pickup schedule. So for the airport pickup, we will be doing it in 2 batches. So there is morning batch and also evening batch. And for the morning batch, the delegates that we will pick up from the airport are Flor de Maria Galvan Sanchez, Khadija Aifasca, Nuris Fajr Ruby Afaridi. And important notes for these delegates, you guys have to meet with the LO or committee in charge at the airport, max at 11:45 KST. And you guys will have to be in the vehicle already by 12:15 KST. And for the evening pickup, we will only be picking up 1 delegate, that is Tiara Pramudita Nanza. And important note for these delegates, you have to meet up with the LO or committee in charge at the airport, max at 6 p.m. KST, and will have to be in the vehicle already by 6:20 KST. And if so, you guys are not when you guys arrive at the airport, so you guys are not confused where to find the LO or committee in charge. I will be also providing you guys with the name and picture of the LO and committee in charge for the arrival pickup at Incheon International Airport. So for the committee in charge, for the morning pickup, there will be Mr. Ignatius and Ms. Nita Kairina. And for the evening pickup, the committee and LO in charge are going to be Ms. Kaironisa and Ms. Tiara. Okay, on to the next airport information. It will be about the drop-off at February 5th on Thursday. So for the airport assistant for the drop-off, we will be also doing it in 2 batch, morning batch and also afternoon batch. So for the morning drop-off, we will be assisting 2 delegates. That is Nuris Fajr Ruby Afaridi and Leng Nguyetnen. And important notes to these 2 delegates, please meet up with the LO and committee in charge at hotel lobby max at 6:30 a.m. KST. And because the vehicle will be parked to the airport and drop you guys off at 7 a.m. KST. And for the afternoon batch, we will be assisting 6 delegates. There are Viranesa Alia, Atira Kalista Aulia, Carolina Sampieri Carmona, Khadija Aitvaska, Rahmian Rengganis, and Tiara Pramudita Manza. And for all these delegates, important notes, please meet up with the LO and committee in charge at the hotel lobby max at 11 a.m. KST because the vehicle will be parked to the airport at 12 p.m. KST. So these are the names for the drop-off date at the at Incheon International Airport for February 5th. And for all the other delegates that the names are not mentioned yet, it means that you guys haven't filled out the airport assistant form. And if you guys still want to receive airport assistant from us, you guys can fill out the airport assistant form max today. The link to the form, we will share it in the official group of Korea Youth Summit 2026. Of course, and on to the next airport information. And to all delegates that arrived before February 5th, unfortunately, you guys will not be receiving the airport assistance from us. But there are other transportation options that you guys can use, so you guys can go to our venue from the airport, or from your accommodation place. You guys can take a taxi, or you guys can use RX All-Stop train, or you guys can also use RX Express train, or you guys can use the airport bus. And in the slide, I already put the approximate prices for all these transportation option. But if you guys want to be sure about the price, you guys can check the official website of all these transportation option on Kakao Mobility or at the official website of the KPX. Okay, now moving on into the participant or delegates essential. First, we will be talking about the important documents that you guys have to always have with you. First, of course, your passport, your visa for delegates that have to have a visa, and of course your flight ticket. Please be mindful of all these important documents. Don't lose them, because if you lose them, it will be very difficult to take care of it in Korea. So please be mindful of all these important documents. Always keep it with you. Always keep it in your bag so you guys don't lose these important documents. And also a side note, for many of you guys that from visa-free countries, you guys must apply for KPPA2 before flying, and you guys can apply it at this link that I will also share again after this pre-orientation on the official group of Korea Youth Summit 2026. And for participants that are not eligible for visa-free country, you will need an e-visa or non-electronic visa, of course, that you guys have to always bring with you. Okay, now into the other important essential. Besides those important documents, of course, you guys have to bring casual and formal wear and jacket. And please note that in Korea right now, it's still in winter, so it will be cold. So please bring warm clothes. You guys can bring thick jacket or like thick sweater, so you guys can keep warm in the Korean winter. And of course, don't forget your toiletries and prior tools for Muslim participants. And of course, you guys, please don't forget also to bring your personal medicine, especially if you have a specific condition or like disease or like allergies. So please bring your personal medicines. And for you guys can also bring some light snacks or light drinks if you guys are still unsure about the local food, or you guys have certain allergies. And of course, don't forget to bring your umbrella, your charger, your raincoat or power bank, and don't forget your camera. Or if you guys want to take a picture, you guys can. If you guys want to take some some pictures, you guys can bring your camera and of course your phone and your laptop for the group project presentation, and also bring the electric board of that contains two plugs just in case. And please don't overpack, just pack what is necessary for the days that you are going to stay in South Korea. Okay, now moving on. This is our some application that you can use while you are in South Korea. So for navigation and transportation, you guys can use the Naver Map and South Korea. And I believe Google Maps does not work at all in South Korea. So if you guys want to use a navigation app, you guys can just use Naver Map because it is more accurate and it will run more smoothly. And for payment, you guys can use T-Money, Naver Pay, and also Kakao Pay. And for all tourist information, you guys can use Visit Korea and also Muslim Friendly Korea for you guys that for you Muslim participants. And of course, for the communication, you guys can use Papago. Okay, on to the next. Now this is another reminder that we will help the Korea Youth Summit at Marina Bay Hotel Seoul. You guys can check out the detailed address in Google Maps. It also showed in the slide, and we'll be also using the hotel ballroom as our venue for the international symposium. Okay, now on to the next slide. Now I will be explaining you guys about the project presentation rules. So there will be approximately 9 groups that are going to do a presentation, and each group will present their project for a total of 15 minutes, 10 minutes for the presentation, and then 5 minutes for Q&A. And you guys have to use proper and respectful language and gesture throughout the entire presentation. And for the other participants who are not presenting, please pay attention to other group's presentation and do not cause any disturbance. And for the group that will be doing the presentation, please pay attention to the time given to present. You guys we will only give you guys 10 minutes for the presentation. So please do not go over beyond that time, so there will be no delay or there will be no delay or like overtime in the rundown. Now I will explain you guys about the awarding night. So for the awards, for the group awards, there will be award for best group and also for best idea innovation. And for this best idea innovation award, there will be awarded there will be 2 categories for junior and for senior. And for the individual award, there will be awards for best presenter, best participant, and best leader. And another individual awards that you guys will be given are best costume and best content creator. And the criteria for the best content creator we will explain it to you guys in the official group. The criteria that are in the slide card now are still tentative. It still can change, so please stay tuned on the official group of Korea Youth Summit 2026 so you guys can read the criteria for the best content creator awards in more detail. Now, these are the rules and responsibilities that you guys have to follow throughout your participation in Korea Youth Summit 2026. Of course, you guys have to always follow the rundown and the committee guidance. Always wear your name tag every time and everywhere on the program session. So we as committees can recognize you guys, and you guys can also be recognized by other delegates. And always please keep track of your own stuff, because if you lose some of your personal stuff, unfortunately it will be not our responsibility. So you guys have to be responsible of your own stuff, and always keep your environment and area that are near you clean. Please, I want to remind you guys again, please do not litter. This is already mentioned in the previous pre-orientation that is basically illegal to litter in South Korea. So please, if you guys are in public places, please be mindful of the rules. Don't litter. If you guys have trash with you, just keep that trash with you until you find the proper trash can or trash bin to throw it away. And also be responsible for your own health and personal needs. Don't forget, if you guys have certain condition or certain sickness or certain allergies, please bring your personal medicine. And also always avoid conflict or inappropriate behavior. Please be respectful to all the people that are around you, not only to your fellow delegates and to the committees, but please also be respectful to the Korean locals. And for the outside activities that are not in the schedule, it is are at your own pace. So you guys are allowed to have free time, and if you guys want to explore the city by yourself in that free time, it is okay. But please always keep track of the rundown and and follow the rundown and be responsible of your responsibility as the delegate of Korea Youth Summit 2026. Okay, to the next slide. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of tips and tricks. Uh, so before you guys fly to Korea, you can do some of your own research about Korea and about the summit location if you guys want to know more. And you guys can save these emergency numbers and the contact numbers for like emergency situation. There's a number for fire and ambulance, for police, for medical emergency, and also for foreign traveler hotline for missing person or lost property. And always bring enough Korean won. This is also important. Always, you guys have to always keep cash on you because sometimes it is difficult to find an ATM. So always keep some cash on you, but in appropriate amount, so you guys can be safe. If sometimes if you want to do like an online paying app and it does not work, you still have cash on you that can cover you up. And also, again, if you guys still are not sure about the Korean taste or about Korean food, you guys can bring your own food. And also, when you guys are exploring in public places, in tourist places, you guys of course can take photos. But again, please be mindful and please respect the rules that are applied in that public places. And use this opportunity on Korea Youth Summit 2026 to make friends. Please don't forget to always to connect. You guys can network and enjoy every second of your participation in Korea Youth Summit by connecting more with your fellow delegates and also with communities. And you guys can also communicate, of course, with the locals in Korea. And always stick with your smart book and rundown because and especially in the smart book contains many important information that you guys have to always be aware of. Okay, to the next slide now. This is the final important announcement. So this is for the visa applicants. If you guys are applying for a conference visa instead of tourist visa, please be prepared to always bring all these documents with you in Korea, your letter of acceptance or LOA, your hotel booking confirmation, and of course other required visa documents. And now we are at the end of the presentation. Thank you guys so much for your attention. But before we finish this pre-orientation session, I would also like to give you guys additional information regarding the grouping. So as you guys might know, there are some of you that have not that have your visa that are not accepted yet. So the grouping right now are still tentative. It still can change. And for the worst case scenario where you guys' visa are not accepted and you guys can participate, of course there will be changes in that grouping and some of you will be moved to a different group. So the group will contain the appropriate number of people. And if unfortunately you guys will be moved to a different group, of course you guys will be given the different SDGs topic, but we from the mentor and from the mentors and the committee will ensure if you guys are moved to a different group, we will search for like the similar SDGs so you guys can still follow the discussion that already been made in that group that you will be moved to. So please keep that in mind. And I think that's all for the pre-orientation for Korea Youth Summit 2026. Thank you so much, guys, for your attention. And now, before we move on to the Q&A session, I would like to do a photo session so you guys can open your camera so I can take a picture for you with you guys. So if you guys are able to open your camera, please open your camera so I can take a picture for documentation purposes. Okay, you guys can open your camera if you guys are able to. Okay, thank you guys so much. Okay. Okay, to all the delegates, you guys can open your camera. We'll be doing a photo session before we move on to the Q and answer session. Okay, are you guys okay? We'll wait for what? Okay. Now you guys already open your camera. I will take the picture. 1, 2.
Tamara, open your camera.
Yes, you guys can open your camera. Okay,
Who said
1.
Tumai, open your camera too.
Okay, I will take another one. Wait a minute, guys.
Sorry, what? What is it?
Jeez, it's a photo.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, my bad.
you can open your camera for the photo session. Okay, I will take it once
Give us
more.
your best pukana.
Wait a second, guys.
Oh, wow, she set me off.
Okay, I will take it once more. Give me your best smile. 1, 2, 3.
Ibanez, we can't even see your face. Put your face in.
Robin, let's hurry up, cause
Okay, I think that's it for the
Still
photo.
can't see your face, Ibanez.
I think that's all for the photo session. Thank you guys. Now we'll be moving on to the last session and it will be the Q&A session. So if you guys have additional question that you want to ask, you guys can ask by opening your mic or by sending your question in the chat column. If you guys have any questions, okay. So far, for the official number of participants, I think it's around 35, but some of them are still waiting for their visa acceptance, so it may change in the future, but for now, the official number of participants are at around 30, but 30-ish, I think. Let me check to be sure.
It sounds like a lot of visas got declined from some people.
Yeah, I think some of them have some like for like a certain country, I think they have like some difficulties regarding the documents. So yeah, we still waiting for some of the participants to have their visa accepted. Okay, any other questions?
Are we able to know in advance what place has been booked for dinner for the city tour day? Because I know like one of the places we went to before, one of the food places they selected, it was like all seafood, and we had some of our members that didn't eat seafood.
Ah,
Yeah. So and like the whole restaurant was just seafood only. But is there any way to know like
I think it will be confirmed later on the official group for the food that we will provide especially for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Because especially for like this city tour on day 2 for lunch, I think we will be eating at the restaurant. But I will put that into consideration. So we will not uh, bring you guys to the restaurant that only serves seafood.
Yeah.
I think it will be confirmed later
Cool.
before we fly to Korea. It will be confirmed later.
Cool. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your question. Maybe any other question, you guys can send it also in the group in the chat box. Okay, if you guys have no further question, I think that's all for the last pre-orientation for Korea Youth Summit 2026. Thank you so much for all the delegates that are able to attend today's last pre-orientation. I will see you guys in approximately next week in Korea. Bye. Thank you so much, guys.
감사합니다.
감사합니다. See you in Korea.